My earphone's low, bro. Low.
Frost Production.
What's up, what's up, what's up? Welcome back to the Good News Radio, but y'all know what it is, the Black Barbershop. We up on here. It's my boy Ace Boogie and your boy Gotti, the Black Barbershop.
Yes,
back up on the
sirski.
Good News Radio station, getting it popping. We out here promoing to the fullest because we need everybody to make sure y'all download that app. Make sure y'all tapping in with us, making sure y'all chatting with us, making sure y'all call in with us. We do have a call-in number for later. We're going to give y'all the call-in. Tonight our topics is going to be around the Black Lives Matter movement, religion, and we touching on Father's Day. So I hope everybody out there that want to know about, you know, how we feel as black men with children. I know I got more than one. I'm going to tell y'all how I feel about the mother of my kids and how that's going and how women should respect some of their fathers out there regardless of how they feel. But that's another content we gonna go in on. Before I do, I gotta ask my nigga Ace, how you feeling on this Taco Tuesday?
Right, happy Taco Tuesday, bro. I'm doing good. It's a lot of bro, I got a lot of shit going on with me, and at times it's the most frustrating shit in the world. I'm at a frustrating point right now.
Everybody might be there at this point.
You know what I'm saying?
That COVID is real.
You start giving deadlines, and when you don't meet the deadlines, it just kind of become disheartening. But I'm trying to stay in it for the long haul.
You know what I'm saying? Shout out to my nigga Ace, as most people know. I know we have some new followers that's actually listening through the Snap and through
my
our,
shit popping now
and all that.
They starting to come.
Yeah, that's what's up. So pretty much, I'm Gotti. As most people know, I'm the CEO of I Am West. That's what I'm pushing to the max, to the fullest. Make sure y'all follow us at _ I Am West. And then my nigga Ace is a barber. And, Ace has been like my therapist for a minute. We always chopping it up, bouncing ideas off each other. And that's how the Black Barbershop came along for those who are just tuning in on the live right now. But, yeah, man, we about to talk about some of this subject matter. We finna go in. But first, the thing I want to talk about is how you feel about when we walked in, we just said we forgot that it's Father's Day.
Man, just being, like I just told you a few minutes ago, we didn't grow up really celebrating this holiday. So it's like, if I didn't went by 32 years, 31 years, without never giving a fuck that today was Father's Day or any day was Father's Day, it kind of like, you know what I'm saying? And then, it's kind of like when you got kids, with the COVID shit, we forgetting what day it is. I mean, it gives us a lot of factors that go into that, the reason why we probably forgot, but it is what it is.
You said something important. You said we ain't never celebrated Father's Day.
Right.
So, I don't really know what Father's Day is. I mean, I've seen, gifts given to my grandfather because that's, the only male figure. As I was growing up in my family, my dad, he was doing his own thing. That's how I say it. I don't say he wasn't there, but he was just doing his own thing. So I would pretty much have my mom as, a single parent. But I realized I don't know how to celebrate Father's Day, and I know we was laughing about it, but it's true. I used to laugh at niggas like, you got a dad? And niggas used to be like, what? I used to be like, bro, you got a dad? And I thought that shit was funny, but real laugh was on me because, that was
growing
me,
up shit.
Me being ignorant, yeah.
No, none of us had our dad in the house.
Right.
No, I didn't know nobody that had their dad in the house, so it wasn't, you know what I'm saying? It wasn't nothing that niggas was looking forward to. I don't think it's nothing that we do on our end, bro. I think we just kind of sit back and just enjoy the day, you know what I'm saying, being about us, because we are fathers, we are good fathers, we take care of ours, and I think you just sit back and enjoy the day, bro. Be around, you know what I'm saying, loved ones, people that love you, and that's it.
On me. So I know for sure we got two topics right now that I do want to deliver before we go into our two segments, which is who needs a lineup and pretty much don't F my cut up. But before I go into those, I do have two things I wanted to ask you. When it comes to Father's Day, right? What makes women, because we just made a post, right? What makes women get so mad that they think they have to be the dad in the relation between the kids? Like, what makes women think that they have to step into a father's role and basically take the man out of the household?
You want to know the real, honest to God truth?
Tell the truth, bro, because that's what we here for.
It's nothing but pure ignorance.
Pure ignorance?
Yeah, you're stupid.
I agree.
You can never, no matter what you do or no matter what you're doing or how much you're taking care of around the house, you can never feel the role of a man because you're not a man.
Facts.
So for you to sit up and say, I'm the mama and the daddy, like, I heard that a lot growing up. I never heard that from the women in my life. Well, I don't know if they said that, but like the women around me, I ain't never heard my mama say no shit like that. You know what I'm saying? But
right.
it's the stupidest shit you can ever say, bro, honestly.
I just personally feel like there's some women out here who will go into this topic of discussion of saying because a man isn't doing this, isn't doing that, he's not a man, firstly. Because I think that's how they identify what a man is. Like, women think that all men are supposed to be financial providers, you know? And I get it, because I'm a man and I do want to be a financial provider for my family. But I feel like when you I want to say you dismantle a man in certain ways and say, like, things that you pick and choose that makes him a man.
Right.
That's not cool. Because then what if he just want to spend time with his kids? I know he might not have the money. He might not be the strongest person or protector, but what if he's there for his kids? I don't see why some women take that away because they say, you're not giving me money. You're not taking care of your kids. So money means that's how you take care of your kids. That's what I'm trying to understand with some women.
Yeah, the sad part about it is, like I said, it's really sad because we live in a society that's really, it bases a man's success is based off of what you have.
Right. That's true.
And that's just the truth. Like, motherfuckers gonna look at what you got. You know what I'm saying? And the truth of the matter is, like, yeah, you can have a car, you know what I'm saying? But it better not be beat up.
Right.
But it's like, you don't even know why I'm driving this beat up car. You get what I'm saying? It's like, It's like everything is based off of what we have and what we have been able to obtain. So when it comes down to you being in a relationship or you having a child with somebody, it's like, okay, it's like, so what if we gave the money and didn't give the time?
And that's where I'm that's where I'm at, because I feel like
it's like, would that make you a man?
But that's the thing that makes everything kind of confusing, because women, if you really think about it, they don't want to give the kid to the man. That's number one. They won't do that because they'll be seen as everything in the book,
right.
You know. So they tell you what to do,
right?
But then it's like, you telling a man what to do while he's raising his kid is kind of like a fucked up situation, because then if you're somebody who's not fair-minded, because I think a lot of women think that they're fair-minded, but they're not fair-minded. Right. If you think that you're fair-minded and you hearing why somebody can't do something, then that takes away everything that you stand for as a man, because now you can't do nothing on your behalf of thinking you trying to figure some shit out. But I mean, we kind of going on and off topic, but I kind of feel this way about Father's Day.
We are.
No, and I'm only going here because I want people to kind of understand where this came from. It came from a post. A woman made a post and said, "If you're not in my kid's life, pretty much, you know, I'm the dad. I'm the you know, like, fuck you. It's my Father's Day, not your Father's Day."
Now, if you're just totally absent, that's another story.
Yeah, that's a whole nother story.
If you're just totally absent, but still, even if the other parent or the father is totally absent, don't let no stupid shit like that. And that's what I'm saying, bro. It's like, women just get away with saying a whole lot of shit that a nigga could never say. A single father is not gonna say, I'm the mother and the father. I'm just the father, my nigga.
And we never gonna take away from Mother's Day. Never. We're never gonna put ourselves in the shoe as being a woman. Well, I mean, that's probably something that makes sense automatically. But we can't give motherly love. We know that. It's no way that a man can give motherly love. But I just personally feel like it's fucked up that women take this holiday away from some fathers.
You know what? And I'm going to tell you the honest to God truth, is because a lot of us, I'm not going to say this about these women, but a lot of us grew up in households where it might have seemed that the fatherly love wasn't as important. So they downplay your role,
right? Because
maybe they didn't grow up around that. You get what I'm saying?
For sure.
So it's easy to downplay your role, but you can never downplay the role of a mother.
Yeah.
Because I'm here doing everything. Look what I'm doing. Look at me. I'm the best mother of all time. You get what I'm saying? Right. That's what it seemed like is being portrayed, and nobody would never downplay. And that's what I hate social media, bro. I promise you.
Yeah, social media is some bullshit. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go into another topic. On the same matter, then we're gonna go into who needs a lineup.
For
all right?
sure.
What's your dream Father's Day? What is a dream Father's Day? Because we don't even. You remember we said we don't think about it. So I want you to take a moment and think about what is a dream Father's Day. Because I can tell you what a dream Mother's Day might look like, because it's kind of one of those things that I wanted to plan for my mom or my baby mom, or But I'm saying, as a man, have you ever thought about a dream Father's Day? No, huh?
Nah.
So think about it for a second and just try to go into it. I know for me, I was thinking about this, right? And I think that my dream Father's Day, honest to God, would be me going on vacation, but in reference to me having my family with me too.
Right.
So I would like to go somewhere fun, interesting, especially eat. That's
so you're not one of them parents that feel like, okay, this is my day, so let me have this day away from the kids.
Nah, that defeats the purpose for me.
You think so?
Because I want my kids to see that I enjoy my time with them, and I want them to also.
But
I want them. Hey, low key,
you do know that's not what shows them that though, and this is where I have a problem with actual days being set apart. Like, bro, you showing your kids that you enjoy being around them is not going to be any different on Father's Day than it is any other day.
But guess what?
See you with your kids.
I'm gonna tell you what the biggest part. I want to be catered to,
and that's what I'm saying.
That's what I want to.
Sometimes a man being catered to can call for no kids being around.
I feel that.
You get what I'm saying?
I get you.
Like
now.
a man.
Yeah, I get you.
You get what I'm saying? Sometimes a man being catered to can cause for no kids to be around.
That's deep. But then that kind of.
So don't let nobody make you think that if you not with your kids on Father's Day that you a fucked up father. Because I see you with your father. I see you with your kids, bro.
I like that. So you saying on Father's Day I should actually be with myself?
I'm not saying you should. It's whatever you want to do, bro. But at the end of the day, you know what I'm saying? Sometimes it might cause for some other things.
So my cousin said, he says, he said, based on what we has, like the qualities he have. So I think that, because I'm trying to make it a shorter way of saying this, he's saying, am I looking at the potential in a mate as a father of my kids based on what he has or what a father can do for qualities? So it's like women, they don't really have a balance between that. They want for their kids, but then they also don't look at qualities that you have as a man that can contribute to being a good father.
I think that's very true.
Yeah, so I agree with that.
Because we still got niggas who's out here in the streets every day having kids.
Right.
So I know that they didn't look at that.
They didn't. What about you though? What's your dream Father's Day? Because I said mine.
To be truthful, bro, my dream Father's Day, I don't really have like. Let me not say that because you asked me to think of my dream Father's Day. To be truthful, bro, I want to eat. You know what I'm saying? Like barbecue is the summertime.
Right.
Summertime is on its way. I would just want to barbecue, you know what I'm saying, to have food. It just really just be around my loved ones. I don't got to do nothing, you know.
Some simple shit, right?
Yeah.
And then how the day basically benefit you.
Yeah.
And that's real.
I mean, you know.
We deserve that as fathers too.
And have my baby with me, you know what I'm saying? But like I said, don't let nobody make you feel bad for not having your kids with you on Father's Day, because guess what? That's the day that's for you.
Yeah. That's a day for you.
That's the day that's for you. So if you decide that, hey, what I'm getting ready to do don't really require no kids.
I feel it.
Maybe your mate want to take you to go get pampered. What if she want to take you to get massages and shit? Right. Can't no kids go to that.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? But don't let nobody make you feel bad for your kids not being with you, bro. Right. That's stupid. You know what I'm saying?
No, I feel that. So I got to go into our segment, Who Needs a Lineup, all right? So some of these topics, it's crazy, bro, because some of these topics I've been reading about, but I don't know how to respond to it because I feel like I've been triggered. From so much social media videos that's been put out. We
got a lot of triggers.
And honestly, I don't know what's the difference between videos. So when you said Atlanta, I've been seeing so many different Atlanta articles, like the kids who got tased in the car as well. That's another one.
Yeah.
So you said Atlanta PD once again killed an unarmed black man. Do you deserve a lineup and why? So for those who are just coming in, that's our new viewers, when people need a lineup, we pretty much say that they fucked up. If they don't need a lineup, then we say they can go another week without a lineup. So what I'm finna do is I'm gonna talk about what I've seen so far with Atlanta PD. it seems like they are trying to keep black people in control more so than saying they're trying to police. Like, they're really trying to be some, like, not peaceful. I don't want to say they're being peaceful. I want to say they're trying to be gang members. Like, they're trying to press black people to stay in line. And that was the first little incident I seen is when they tased the college students that was in that car.
Mm-hmm.
He was out on curfew. He actually got stopped. They broke his arm. They tased him, and there was a young lady in the car.
Right.
And they could have easily just took them out the car. They also tried to pull him out of the window.
Mm-hmm.
So I personally feel like they're not trained the right way, but also they're going to do what they want to do.
Right.
It's the South.
Right. So what happened in this situation is they killed a black man in a Wendy's parking lot.
The one that was handcuffed? Or this is because
I'm saying it got a chance to handcuff him. I think he ran.
Yeah, it was like 15 videos, bro.
He tried to run,
and they burnt the Wendy's down. I seen that.
He was drunk.
Yeah.
So I guess he was in his car asleep or whatever and whatnot. Whatever the case is, that's not a reason for you to be shot and killed.
I agree.
You get what I'm saying? Especially if you're running away from the situation. Like, and I think these cops, I don't know, it's like something. It's like, I really think these niggas be on steroids. I really think cops be on like drugs. Honestly, like, because, and the reason I say that is because the minute that you hurt they fucking ego, they whole thing is to kill. You get what I'm saying?
That's true.
And I don't know why it only comes from us. Like, it got to be something behind a black man. No, exactly. I know what it is.
We know what it is.
I know what it is. But when a black man does something that they don't deem to be right, or if they talk back or whatever, they whole thing is to kill. And that sound like some fucking drug shit. Like, niggas is on drugs.
But I'm going to explain the drug thing that you're talking about. So somebody made a comparison. I forgot who it was, but it was on Spectrum News. They said that news people are like the teachers you didn't like in high school that have the opportunity to put you in the wrong places so that you won't succeed. Mm-hmm. So I see it more so as if you're not doing it their way, they're going to find a way to ruin your life.
Right.
And those are teachers that you can't explain to, because it's always the teachers who are like old and they don't get you and they feel like what they saying is right and everybody else is wrong. And they always the most ignorant. And also, policing is a patriarchy world based off a white man's lifestyle, because any other race that goes into a police uniform thinks that they're in power, and they don't want to see. They don't want to be seen as
because really they actually are. And if you think about, for the most part, because I'm gonna say for the most part, because I got friends who are policemen, but for the most part, niggas who grow up and be police is the niggas that was marks when they was in school. You know what I'm saying? They didn't have no bras. They really didn't have no friends. They didn't know how to be cool, so they just never said shit. So niggas is marks to begin with. Right. You get what I'm saying? And then they get in a position of power, and what do, like, people abuse power. That's just a fact.
I know one of my live viewers said cops are issued tasers because they're non-lethal, but for some reason they don't use them.
Yeah.
They most likely use their gun instead.
You know what I've been seeing in videos?
Yeah.
They've been shooting niggas with tasers, and motherfuckers is just pulling them right off.
That's like, that adrenaline.
Yeah, like, get this shit off me.
Yeah, they probably scared after that.
Like, yeah, they not working, bro. Come on, man. We he-men, bro. Niggas walking around with muscles on top of muscles. Like, they scared of them dudes, man.
Right.
You shoot them with a taser, that shit's supposed to stop them. They pulling it right off. Yeah. They're like, yeah, we ain't shoot him. He get ready to go Incredible Hulk on us.
Nah, but the question is, do Atlanta PD deserve to get a lineup for shooting that man? I think they do.
No, of course, bro. They definitely do. And it's like, the disheartening thing about this is, in the midst of everything that's happening, bro, it's still something that's not telling them, like, maybe we shouldn't do this type of shit.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like seeing what the country is involved in right now, and this fucking protest in all 50 states right now as we speak, and don't nothing click in their head to be like, you know what, maybe we shouldn't be out acting like this. It make them turn up even more, and that's weird to me.
Nah, I really do. I just think that white people, they got some kind of political contribution to what's going on, so they're gonna do what they want to do. I think cops is actually ran by a lot of white people out there.
Nah, what you look.
Politicians.
Remember last time on the last show I said when you understand something, you don't get mad at it.
Right.
We gotta understand that policing came about for black people. You get what I'm saying? During the slavery days, bro, anybody could police black people.
Yeah.
A random white person on the street could police a black person. Like, what the fuck is you doing over here, nigga?
Right.
You get what I'm saying? Like, you supposed to be over there. This ain't your plantation. You in the wrong part of town.
Right.
You get what I'm saying? When slavery was abolished and it was done away with, bro, then that's when the police force had to come about.
Right. The
police force was invented to police black people. And that's why still to this day, that's all you seeing them doing.
And it's founded on white culture. We gotta say that.
Factual.
Hey, shout out to Dave Chappelle 846. First of all, for those who haven't seen it, go check it out.
I haven't seen it.
And Dave Chappelle mentioned some, interesting topics about the American way of policing. He talks about what actually happened to George Floyd as well. He talks about what happened to Eric Gardner. He talks about all of these different people who were actually killed. Trayvon Martin in the Zimmerman case.
Yeah, I need to watch that.
And something that was very interesting is this wasn't a comical situation. He made people feel our pain. He talked about it in a way that I've never seen a comedian take the stage and actually.
What can I find that on?
It's on YouTube. He made it available for the world.
Yeah.
So something that he mentioned in there that was very interesting is, why are black people so mad? They continue to ask that question. Why are black people so mad? Black people have this, they have that. He talked about the Eric. I'm sorry.
They have
Eric.
what?
He talked. Well, he just that's what they're saying.
Right.
He talked about Dormer. So, what was Dormer's first name again? The cop killer.
Christopher
Dormer.
Yeah.
He talked about Christopher Dormer mentioning him in a. I forgot what he labeled it, but he wrote something out and said he likes Dave Chappelle, right? So it's a funny joke. He talks about Christopher Dormer saying that he likes Dave Chappelle, though. He wrote something out, which is like a bio. He talked about what happened and why he did that to the cops and stuff, right? Long story short is...
In his manifesto?
Manifesto. He wrote in his manifesto, right?
That he liked Dave Chappelle?
Yeah, he likes Dave Chappelle. It was because he says Dave Chappelle stood for something. So
That's
Dave
crazy.
Chappelle read it and seen it, right? So the day... when Eric, I keep saying Eric Gardner, but I mean Christopher Dormer, he actually went and got caught, right? Like they found he was out in Big Boy. 400 cops showed up to kill one guy, right?
Right.
And he tried to he related that to white people and said, so you kill one of us and you expect us not to do the same thing the cops did to Dormer. And I said that's deep. Because nobody understands that when we see one of us dying, that shit hits. And it hits hard. And if you notice what is surfing, it's not a lot of us slapping white people, killing white people. That's not.
We need to.
I'm saying that's not the video circulating. We're seeing Karens. We're seeing cops killing black men. We're seeing racist remarks being told from different races over and over. We see China telling us they don't want black people there.
Right.
Like we're seeing things that it triggers us.
Right.
All we see is slaves movies. I just looked on a whole fucking segment of Prime.
That's by design.
By Prime, and it says Black Lives Matter, Thurgood Marshall, Just Mercy, Selma, Harriet, and you're showing
that's by design,
and it's showing us all of these movies where people, came out of bad situations. But the fucked up part about it is how you think our mental is to know that we've been looked down upon for so long.
Right. All of that shit that they showing you, bro. Netflix got a little section too that's supposed to be dedicated towards Black Lives Matter and whatnot, but it's all by design, bro.
Right.
I mean, I'm pretty sure if I round up 90% of those movies and videos and docuseries and all of that shit, it's gonna have one common thing in common, bro, and that's the white motherfuckers is still in charge of y'all.
Man,
I guarantee it. Now, I don't gotta see none of the shit you talking about.
So, since we're on this topic, I'm going to talk about this. 3 or 4 black people have been hung from a tree. How do you feel about that? And do the police need a lineup for ruling it suicides before autopsies? Like, the guy in Palmdale.
Right.
City Hall. They had video before he died playing basketball in the gym and it was cut. The video was tampered with.
Right.
And they're saying that he committed suicide.
And all of them, all of the hangings are supposed to be like similar.
Yeah.
I mean, what does that say to you, bro?
I don't know how to
I
feel.
sound like
Ace.
that's the same group of people that's
I'm
doing
numb.
this shit. Whether
I'm
it's the
numb,
police or
but I'm
whether it's the-
numb.
Right. I mean, yeah.
I'm numb. So
We are numb to the shit, but
I don't know how to feel. I don't even know how to think about this shit.
I think the thing that I've been the most upset with is because I don't see people that outraged about this shit as I seen the people outraged about George Floyd.
Right.
Is it because we didn't have no video of this? And like I said, it's amazing me right now that this shit is actually happened. This shit is actually happening in the middle of everybody protesting. You get what I'm saying? It's like
this shit happened in one of the most liberal states, though. Think about that.
I don't even know where it happened.
I'm saying, young man died in Palmdale.
Right.
And
Right.
This is California.
Mhm.
Like, this is like the most united state out of all states.
You think so?
Personally, I do. I know there's racist portions, but if you take it to different states, we might have a higher population of people who are coming together. Those protests that you've seen on TV,
Right.
I haven't seen that much of a color.
I'll give you that.
Yeah, I haven't, but I'm just saying, me personally, visually,
Yeah.
I haven't seen that much of a color unity.
Uh-huh.
If you looked at that Hollywood parade, I don't know if you've seen protest, there was all colors of people there. I haven't seen a united situation like that
Could
yet.
it be because YG organized it?
You right.
I mean, we gotta look at that too.
Yep.
I mean, I'm not throwing no shade on nobody doing nothing. You know what I'm saying?
I
Like
got
said,
you.
everybody plays a role in this shit.
Right.
That was YG role to get people to come together.
And he did that. He did that.
It's just it like I just seen a lot of I don't know. I just feel like we live in a day and age where nobody can have their own thoughts. So it's like when shit is popular, and that's when everybody comes out and start talking about it and start tweeting about it and all kind of shit. But when this shit dies down and it's really like I'm different, bro. Like I'm really different, and that's why it's disheartening to me. Like when I drive down the street and I see homeless people that look like me, like it hurt me.
I got you.
You get what I'm saying? I feel like it's people out here that really don't give a fuck about the problems of black people until it's popular. And I'm talking about black people right now.
So I do see that up north. I do agree with that. Up north is probably the most racist in Cali. I've seen a lot of videos surfacing from Oakland and Alameda and different parts of San Francisco as well. As we know, it's a movie called The Last Black Man Standing in San Francisco as well. Up north,
I ain't seen that one either.
Yeah, so
you put me up on game today as far as these movies.
Yeah, so up north has a different culture for the idea that black people are viewed differently because of the mentality. I think they're more united up north, and they do have more of a, I don't want to say ghetto culture. They just have more of a understanding culture within each other, and people don't like it because their lingo and the way they live is the way we used to live in the 90s still happening in the north. You know, like people, it's still neighborhoods that are predominantly black. We don't really have that many predominantly fully black neighborhoods in Los Angeles except for Inglewood. Like Inglewood will probably be the blackest place where you can find there's so many different people that are black on each corner. So with that being said, I'm just trying to
that's getting ready to change too.
It is getting ready to change because of the because of the the center that they building. But what I do want to put out there is like you mentioned something. We are not going on an outrage when it comes down to this young man being killed because there's no video, right?
Right.
So is the video the trigger? Because obviously we've been knowing people have been dying over years.
Definitely. Let me tell you something. What people got to realize is this. The reason why the George Floyd thing the reason why it triggered so many people is because it's just like in the music industry, right? When, say, Meg Thee Stallion, because she's good for this. Meg Thee Stallion go get a song that already was a hit, and then she start rapping over it. You can't be surprised of why Meg Thee Stallion all of a sudden got a hit. Like, that song is already hit. She just started rapping over it. And that was the same thing that happened with the George Floyd thing.
Right.
We already seen that before on camera.
Right.
Niggas was wearing I Can't Breathe shirts in 2014.
Right.
Because we seen that with Eric Gardner.
Right.
So when it happened again, it was a trigger.
Right.
That's why motherfuckers is like, that's what I'm saying. We have triggers, bro. It's no coincidence that he said the exact same shit. You know what I'm saying? And I'm not gonna sit up and say like what he said was just so far. Like, I can't breathe as I can't breathe. You get what I'm saying?
Right.
I can't breathe. That's not nothing like, that's not no rocket science shit, but we seen that before on tape. We seen police kill a black man before by choking him.
Right.
And the man saying, I can't breathe. So when it happened again, it was a trigger.
Right.
It's way more outraged now than it was back then because it's just some shit we seen before.
But also something that I realized is it was more of a popular culture thing. You know, like you just spoke about us being relatively aware of the words "I can't breathe," and I feel like it became a culture for us. Like to hear that word, like we start to live in a certain we start living in certain words and dynamics and scenarios because we've seen it before.
Right.
And I think that it's kind of it's cool, but it's not cool because it's like just because you see something trendy, now it's aware. This shit should be aware because it's happening.
Not facts.
Like Eric Gardner dying was fucked up. Period. Right.
Facts.
But the thing that made everything worse is he was killed on camera. And then you have a man being killed on camera, but it took 8 minutes and 46 seconds for him to die. That's fucked up. And I say that to say, you mean to tell me he had to die for people to want to fuck them cops up? Those cops that was touching Eric Gardner should have been fucked up, but nobody didn't want to do it because it happened so fast. But 8 minutes and 46 seconds, a man was on the ground with a knee to his neck and his back and could not breathe, and nobody did anything until the video went viral.
Right. That's why we got to have our own. We got to have our own police units.
We got to bring the
like,
we got to bring the
because
Panthers.
motherfuckers keep acting like black police. People keep acting like, oh, we need to have more police that look like us. Oh yeah, well those kids that got caught in Atlanta after curfew, there was black people fucking them black kids up.
Right.
You get what I'm saying? So that's not the answer. Because obviously, motherfuckers that get on that police force, once you go there, you a totally different nigga.
Right.
You get what I'm saying?
Right.
We need that. Like, we need police to police, bro. Because the shit that's happening right now, bro, is absurd. Like, these niggas, they kill at will. They kill at will. And the reason why they do that, bro, honestly, because we don't have a system that back us up when they kill us.
It's like the school system.
We don't have none of these motherfuckers.
But it's like the school system. They don't understand this. That's really what it is. It's like you don't understand. It's like if you look at this, and I'm just saying, if you really look at this situation, the same way a cop pulls us over and don't know how to deal with our behavior, that's what they would say. Our behavior is alarming to them because they don't know how to actually talk to us, and we don't know how to talk to them, obviously. Then you have school culture. They don't know how to teach us because they don't know where we come from. They don't know what we like. They don't know what amuses us. Right. So these two things in two systems is what's making us look like the retards, but we're not the retards if you're not taking the time to understand us.
It's like it's America's deception, bro. Like we've been tricked to think.
But these are two systems that are supposed to serve us.
Right.
Right.
No.
That's the coldest shit ever.
Bro, you got to think. You got to think. When the Constitution was written, bro, they didn't even consider us humans.
We were 3/5 of humans.
This shit wasn't written for us. It wasn't written for us. So to say that the police or the school system is supposed to serve us, it's like when and where. Where? Well, it's not supposed to serve us, bro.
Well, it's a power.
Because if it was, then it would be serving us, bro. You get what I'm saying? Like name one business or industry that say you got a clothing line, right? And you trying to reach a certain group of people.
Yeah.
But you don't reach that certain group of people never.
Yeah. But that's what it is. Because if you look at this situation, 1861, the Emancipation Proclamation was supposed to be given to us and making us free. That was supposed to emancipate everybody from slavery, right? In reality, all it did was force us to be put in different corners and shapes. But listen.
Nah, I'm
going somewhere with this.
You hit the fucking, like, what do you, when you throw darts?
Yeah, I'm hitting that target, right?
You like right dead smack in the middle,
but
bro.
Look, I'm gonna go in on something because I want people to hear this. 1861 might have been the best time for us within the new century of people coming into the 90s and 2000s because they gave us the opportunity to go in our own places. You get me? Like, they gave us the opportunity to go up north, make our own business, have our own, our own society, and make our own business, and just have everything going, right? during that home time period, if you really look at inventors, people that were actually established, they were all writers, doctors, lawyers. We had Thurgood Marshall, Langston Hughes, Martin Luther King, Malcolm X.
We are that.
I'm saying, if you think about all of these heroes, right?
Greatest motherfuckers to ever live.
The Harlem Renaissance was a whole era that people does not talk about, right?
Us.
So let me speak on this. Now you hit 1968 to 1970, right? We have the Black Panther movement coming into a full blast, right?
Factuals.
Huey P. Newton might have been the last biggest leader. And I'm going to say that because I can't think of anybody after him that might have been a bigger leader besides Nipsey Hussle in my era. Can you think about anybody after Huey P. Newton? Between the 80s to the 90s all the way up.
I love Nip.
Yeah, but
I can't put Nip up there with.
Well, I'm only speaking in reference to somebody who made a big cause in my neighborhood. Because when I look at it, the James Baldwins, I would just say the dudes that were actually doing.
The James Baldwin was a writer. But
I'm saying the James Baldwin, the Nella Larsons, all these different people who were writing. They were in a different culture of writing. They weren't, political activists, but they were writing about this type of stuff where people can learn about it and dig into it. Like now we have the Sapphires, you feel me? We have all these different writers that are coming into play. But Huey P. Newton might have been the biggest last leader we had because he came after Malcolm X and Martin Luther King, right?
What you think about Pac?
I'm going to get there.
Okay.
So hip-hop came.
Okay.
But if you look at that whole 80s movement, I can't really... And me personally, it's probably because I'm not an 80s baby. I'm not quite sure who was in that era that was too much, that was doing too much, right?
Maybe like a KRS-One. Yeah. As far as lyrics, but he wasn't that big. I mean, he was big for that area, but
right.
I get what you're saying.
So then we move forward and we get to the 90s. We get to hip hop, and we get to NWA.
Right.
We get to Tupac.
Right.
We get to a few songs Common might have made that alluded to what was going on within LA too as well.
Mm-hmm.
I personally feel like there wasn't that person anymore because they done made a fucking living they done made a living legend die. They made so many living legends die that nobody has had that type of footstep to say, I'm going to be that leader, right?
Right.
But you want to know something else? We don't even believe in that leader till that leader believes in themselves. And that was what Nipsey Hussle was to us because Nipsey Hussle was going against the system in ways that we would never even thought to do.
I give you that.
And now, I'm, just to say that is like, Black people have to be together in one spot, one unit to cook. We haven't done that because we're so scared to come together because we don't even believe in each other.
But that's a taught behavior.
And how do you think that's something that we can fix?
I gave how I think that we could fix it on the last show. And I think first and foremost, and this is just my thoughts and my beliefs because the reason why I feel so strongly about what I feel, bro, is because I know I've done the research.
Right.
Hours and hours of countless research. So it's not nothing a motherfucking can tell me about nothing. But I think the number one thing that we need to do is give them their religion back. Give it back to them and let them have that shit.
Man, I'm seeing some dope shit. Like I'm seeing KKK is pretty much who the cops is. They wearing uniform. I'm seeing why is there so much police on campus compared to counseling services.
Factuals.
Minorities were triggered because of many inequalities happening during COVID. I'm seeing people say pretty much they do know that they're around us for over 500 years.
Factuals.
How can they not understand us, but they don't want to understand us?
Factuals.
I'm seeing Madam C.J. Walker is one of those movements as well that made Black women become more. I just schooled you on that history lesson on my page, with the hair, the Black ladies in the hair. I know
did you?
You said did you see that post that I posted in my story about why Black women get mad at white culture wearing their hair?
No, the reason why I said that is because I don't understand why Black women get mad.
Oh, so there's a whole history on Black women wearing their hair to be tougher. Like it was just it was an image that they had that they wanted to feel beautiful as well. And white women were actually triggered by it because white men liked Black women's hair in certain ways. Yeah. That's why they were raping them. Yeah. And also some black women had to also go through a certain law that was passed so that they had to cover their hair. That's why some slaves had to cover their hair with so they went through a process with hair. And white women want to know why black women are so mad when white women steal the look. So I learned so much reading that as well. Something else that I did want to talk about that was interesting, because I know we're getting on our last topic. You said it was about B. Simone, right? I'm gonna go into what she's talking about, but why don't you feel as a culture black people don't date each other? I'm only asking you this because I know, like,
but I think I can't get with that, because I think we do.
You do think we do?
Yeah, for sure we date each other. What the fuck?
No, I'm asking in reference to, for those who don't. Why don't you think other black people don't date their own race?
They don't have knowledge of self.
Knowledge of self.
Yeah, that's just plain. This is just period, point blank. It's easy to. I feel like it's easy for a motherfucker to date. And I'm not saying I don't have nothing against anybody outside of my race. Right. Let's just get that clear. Yeah. But it's easy for a motherfucker to gravitate towards another culture when he or she doesn't know his own. You get what I'm saying?
Now I like that. So we're going to go into this. I want you to talk about it too, because I only heard about it. I didn't read about it. How do you feel about B. Simone commenting about not living to please a man, but living to please God? Do she deserve a lineup? So off of rip, I think she deserves a lineup. But I'm gonna let you elaborate on what happened, because
I think she do. Actually, I just cause I just seen her getting cooked on social media so much. Like, it was like a trending topic, like B. Simone, B. Simone, B. Simone. Right. You know what I'm saying? People who knew her was coming out and giving support and shit. And then I looked up what the fuck happened, and that's what came up. I don't know if that was really it.
Well, I seen that she made a topic about not wanting to date a man that has a 9 to 5. That's what I seen.
Oh, she said that shit that we'd already spoke on.
But I mean, in general, I personally.
Let me say something to the people.
Go ahead.
One time.
Tell them.
Everybody has a preference.
Right.
She's not wrong for having a preference. Right. If Gotti say I like light skinned women right now, he's not wrong for having a preference. I feel like I'm not gonna say we all have preferences, but for the most part we do. Yeah. You can't get mad at people for what they like. Right. She shouldn't be crucified for that.
I agree. I just personally feel like what you said on here, she deserve a lineup, because you said.
Oh, for that comment, she definitely deserves a lineup, because...
Let's talk about what she said on here.
Right. So, factuals. So, I feel like, yeah. So, her living her life not to please a man, but to please God. Like, I'm like... Let me say this.
They gonna be mad, yeah, because they mad at me for saying I think she deserves a lineup.
I got people. Come on, man. Listen to me right now. If you waiting on God to send you a mate, you in the wrong motherfucking arena. It's going to what? It's not gonna happen, bruh.
And that's going into the topic of conversation.
It's not gonna happen. If you waiting on God to send you a mate, or you waiting on somebody to be right under the eyes of God, or whatever the fuck you doing, it's nah.
So let's pose the question: how do you feel about waiting till marriage, or waiting for God to send them a mate? Is that a form of mental illness? So I want to answer that, because I like that question when you pose that.
So, is it okay for a kid to sit up and wait for Santa Claus to deliver a PS5?
So let's talk about this, because this is where it's going to go to, because we know most of our people that's listening are going to say that means we don't believe in God. First of all, it's not that we don't believe in God, but we want to talk about this figment of imagination. So if you personally feel that you're going to get something without work, or actually obtaining it yourself, that's dumb. That's like saying you keep praying for $1 million and don't pay your bills, and you get kicked out. You're going to get kicked out. I know that $1 million is not coming now.
I know people who is on this God tour. They're like on a God tour, right? Like in church all the time, and just giving all praise to God, and year after year, I just see the years go by, and then they don't never have nobody. You get what I'm saying? And motherfuckers is inching close to 40. So I'm over here having a mental clock in my head, like,
Right.
You don't think it's time? Like, you know what I'm saying?
But then, okay, let's talk about this too, because I did like this topic because I want to talk about settling, right? Let's talk about settling.
Okay.
Because I know it's a difference, but I do want to get into that. There are some people out there who won't go with or date anybody if that does not have what they want them to have, right?
You shouldn't.
But I'm only speaking about this because it comes down to, what if you never met somebody that has everything that you would like? When do you settle? Because you know what I mean by this, right?
You said, listen.
You hear me though. You hear me though.
Nobody's never going to have everything.
Okay, but I'm saying for those people, because I feel like sometimes that comes into that praying, like, I want this certain person, God, like, I need this to happen.
Like, if you meet somebody that has everything that you ever
asked
wanted,
for, yeah.
Yeah.
But I'm saying,
I feel like you need to look at yourself and be like, bruh, like, what's going on?
But what do you say to those people? Because there are some people who feel like, okay, I
feel like them the same people that's waiting on God to send them one. Because you think about it.
Okay, but
if God is sending them to them, then that makes mean they perfect, right?
That's deep.
If God is sending this person, then that must mean they perfect.
That's deep. So somebody said, black men or women, in my opinion, date whites out of fear. They fear societal woes and racism, and feel the white woman is a safeguard. And they put sellout, a hashtag. Shout out to Jen. I do believe that. I do believe that sometimes.
Like, honestly, in my heart, bro, like this, like.
But it's preference.
Like this black, like, honestly, you know, bro. I didn't went towards this black shit, and I left Christianity at a point where it wasn't popular, and I didn't have motherfuckers who then found out what I was on and be like, "Oh, I'm gonna talk to you later," and I never talked to him again. You get what I'm saying? So, like, this shit is in me. I can't imagine myself having a white girlfriend right now at a time like this. It's no fucking way that she could. Yeah, it's no fucking way that she could ever feel.
It's real awkward too.
How I feel.
Yeah, it's real awkward. Shout out to people. Shout out to people that got a white spouse though.
And there is where the disconnect comes. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah,
it creates a disconnect when you dealing with certain issues in life, and y'all can't relate to each other.
But it comes down to But you got to think about this too, because I've been in interracial dating, right? And honestly, bro, it's uncomfortable.
Wait, hold on.
No,
you didn't tell your boy that. You didn't tell your boy that.
Not white. Hispanic. I've dated Hispanic
girls. You didn't tell
girls.
your boy that.
I did tell you this before.
You dated Hispanic girls, or you had relations with Hispanic girls?
I've been in
That's
a
different.
relation. No, I've been in a relationship with another race before, right?
Not BM.
No. And this is like before, right?
Okay.
But I do want to say something because I wanted to speak on that. It's a very uncomfortable situation because of culture. There's things that you got that cousin that got a weak ass attitude. You just got a girl cousin who just got a weak ass attitude. We all have a girl cousin who's just gonna turn up, or she just mad all the time for some reason, right? I don't know about you, but I do. You got a cousin that got a bad attitude or something, right? Everybody knows that. Anyway, this is my situation. It gets uncomfortable when that person start having an attitude because they don't know how to deal with that person. Everybody else in the family knows. Everybody that's black know not to talk to somebody that got an attitude.
Okay.
We just know that off top. This person being Hispanic is like, what's wrong with her? Can I help her? Can I do this? And there's a culture shock right there. And it's like, chill out. Like,
you might want to get back.
Leave her alone, right?
But then you get popped.
But then guess what? It gets uncomfortable on my behalf. So I've been in the presence of all Hispanics. And the first thing is, when I walk in, am I in the wrong party? You can look at everybody looking at me like, why is he here? That's the first thing that I've acknowledged and say, that's kind of fucked up. Then they get to speak in Spanish.
Right.
Which is very awkward because it's like when you're in a work setting and they speak in Spanish, it's like, can you speak English? It's not something that I'm being like an asshole about, but it's kind of fucked up because I'm not included into the situation, right? Made me very uncomfortable, right?
But you know what that's called? You know what that's called? That black people don't understand. This is the reason why we get mad at it. Like I said, when you understand something, you can't get mad at it.
Yeah.
When you understand the situation, you cannot get mad at it.
Right.
Do you know why they speak Spanish around you in the workforce? It's called being on code. They're on code with each other.
Right.
We actually have a language that this motherfucker can't understand.
Right.
We can say anything we want right now, and he will not know what we're talking about.
Right.
It's called being on code. That's something that we need to know about each other, but we don't.
Right. Well, we do know it. Facial, looks, shit that we see. Another black
Look,
person can always identify with you.
We don't even give each other that.
No, we don't even give each other good mornings. But I'm only speaking in reference to the idea of we see shit and look at each other and can laugh. So we know we have a connection. But to
with
get
somebody
to this,
you know.
yeah, but no. I'm saying if we in line and we see a white person with flip flops and his bottom of his foot is dirty as fuck, he's fidgeting, we're gonna look at each other and say, "This nigga's on crack."
But do you think that's some shit you could laugh with an Asian too?
Nah.
Asian?
Nah.
Come on, bro.
No,
I'm
being.
The bottom of his foot is dirty. That's what y'all laughing at.
Okay, but I'm only being in reference to having that connection too. Like there's some things. Okay, this is a perfect example.
Give me one.
This is a perfect example. If me and you walking through the mall, and we see some hips. No, I'm saying I don't know you, and we're walking, right? We see some hips, and she about to pass us. That's a connection. I'm saying we about to look at that ass.
But I know you.
But you get what I'm saying. There's a connection with black people just like that.
That can't be the connection, bro.
I'm not saying that's the connection. I'm giving an example.
That can't be the connection that we have with each other.
All right, man. Let me stop because you.
We need to be connected on actual codes. Black.
But real shit. I'm being an asshole. I'm really talking about real shit. I think black people have a connection on things that we laugh about, we talk about. It's unknown, unsaid, and we both have an idea of what we both feel about it. If you don't feel like that, then I know you will experience one day. I have experienced it many times because I work in an area of predominantly Hispanics and whites.
If I'm not mistaken, I think black people are the ones that came up with Pig Latin.
Well, I never spoke Pig Latin. I don't even know how to speak Pig Latin either.
So the only reason I know Pig Latin is because my moms and my aunties and shit used to speak it around Christmas time when they didn't want to, you know what I'm saying? So now my sisters and shit, they speak it fluently. So anytime they, you know what I'm saying, we don't want somebody to know some shit, niggas start speaking that Pig Latin.
But I do want to talk about something because I did mention it. What I meant about that is I was 20 years old. They were speaking a different language. It got uncomfortable. You know, like I just realized that I didn't fit in.
Right.
So my whole thing about that is like I don't see how people who are from different cultures and different backgrounds can go past that because I can't go past that. And once I feel uncomfortable in a way that I'm not myself, I don't want to be with you anymore.
Right.
So I think that's kind of, I mean, then again, people have different ways of thinking. Like you said, if I don't like my culture, I might want to embrace your culture more. Maybe that's what it is. They have a piece of each other's culture and it makes them whole. So I can understand that. But I know my culture, and if I'm not comfortable, I don't want to be around you.
And what we got to understand is personalities. Like some people just might have that personality where they might grow up and they might want to gravitate towards another culture.
No, that's
they
true.
might have that personality in them where it's like, okay, well, from jump, you can see that I don't all the way act like all the rest of the black kids in my neighborhood.
Right.
So, and it's like this. Off rip, I don't even know my history. You get what I'm saying? I don't know my culture. So it's easy for me to gravitate to somebody else. Okay, I like this girl. Let me get around her family one time. And then now, all of a sudden, I'm eating fucking beef stroganoff and shit. Like, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
It's easy.
I mean, I just personally feel like there's a disconnector when it comes to different races, but I could be wrong. So let's ask the next question. We're pretty much done with who needs a lineup. We gave B Simone a lineup. Cops deserve a lineup.
Yeah, Sirski.
And yeah, pretty much, you know, black people
Everybody deserve
that
a
have
lineup.
been ruled as
almost
suicide. And before an autopsy is bullshit. So we just want to give everybody a lineup that's in a police station. So another question that you did pose was, how did religion play a part in us not being able to come together? So I know for sure when it come down to Christianity, I don't know if anybody out there watched Greenleaf. I like that show, but Greenleaf shows a great.
I started it, but I ain't.
It's a good show.
Yeah.
So it gives me a great way of how people view others when they're seen in God light. So if you think that your life is perfect and you're going to church and it just so happens that you're doing well and others aren't doing well and you judge them, it gives a great light on that.
Right.
Because the young lady that's actually the main character, Grace, she's somebody who they all judge, but she has a great gift, which she's a people connector. Her family can connect with people, but she just has a different characteristic from everybody else. But she's seen as the black sheep because she left and she had a child out of marriage, and
Right.
they just look at her different. She came back to live with her family. But all that to say, I think religion is it's important, and it does divide people. That's my take on it.
Right. I think it plays an instrumental part. I mean, when you think about Christianity as a whole, you got Baptists, you got Methodists, you got, you know what I'm saying? It's so many different denominations of what is supposed to be one.
Right.
You get what I'm saying? And then you got Muslims, and then you got some black people that's Catholic.
Right.
That divides you with because all of those denominations don't believe in the same thing. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So that's what divides us as a whole. I think religion plays a large part because, and like I said, in 1804, when the Haitians had their revolution, the one thing that they agreed upon is when it was time for the revolution, everybody who went to Catholicism, Christianity, or whatever else they went off into, when it was time for the revolution, they all came back to voodoo. That was the number one thing that they figured out that they need to do is all come back and have one religion.
But do we have?
And so that's my thought on that.
But do we as black people have a chord that we can go to that everybody can relate to? That's a question that I want to ask because you know how they all had different practices, but they went to one thing that they all came from.
Yeah, we got to know ourselves.
Yeah, as us being black people, what do we come down to having as a connector for people? Because I don't know. I couldn't even imagine trying to start a movement with everybody being on the same page. Because like I talked about, one thing is gangbanging. You know how gangbanging could never be in LA together. You will never see
right
a Hoover, a 6-0, and an A-Tray nigga all together. And a
never say never.
Well, you know what I'm saying.
I think it can happen.
I know I seen it when it happened when Nip died, but it was more so on the basis of cripping too. It was another. I think. Well, you know this.
There was some Bloods out there too.
Yeah, I'm saying this LA lingo. I think they came together on some cripping shit. But all together, I think it's crazy because when I speak about that identifier between each different hood, it's like, how do we bring people together on basis of a foundation without them believing or thinking about the past?
I think it started with the people that's like-minded.
Okay.
Because one thing that I learned, bro, is like I said, negative energy can't live in a positive place. Damn. You get what I'm saying?
That's true.
If me and you talking positive, right?
Yeah.
A gangbanger can come in here on some West Side Hoover shit and all that, or West Side, whatever you from, and it's not going to work right here because we not on that. We don't care about gangs or streets or any of that. If he was coming in here tripping, he'd just be basically coming in here tripping just off the strength of him.
Yeah.
You get what I'm saying? And that's what I think needs to happen. Like, I think, like my boy last week said, the like-minded people just need to really just get together and just make moves. Like, period.
But then, doesn't that cause separation within itself if you have like-minded people coming together?
Nah,
It's
really not a separation. It's just getting things moving.
But
like somebody has to get things moving.
But I'm not trying to play like devil's advocate. That's a real question because I really feel like when it come down to it, if we are starting to identify ourselves as being a certain type of people, doesn't that take away from the others who we don't connect with, and that's what makes us divide? You get me?
Say that again.
If we are coming together as one with a certain mindset, and we are separating ourselves from others who don't think like us, just listen to what I'm saying, because I know black people, they are already doing this in reference to individuality, though. They think that they're better than others. Not like-minded, they just think that they're better than others. My whole thing is when you do that within a culture, you don't think that kind of fuck us up? Because I don't see white people do that.
The fact of the matter is everybody can't go, bro. So say if we tried to round up everybody, right?
Right.
You're going to have people that you just rounded up that's not going to be for your cause.
Right.
You're going to have some people that might need to see it. Like, honestly, I feel like us, like, black people, since the beginning of time, we have so many trust issues, bro. And this is honestly the reason why black people don't use banks. Is because coming out of slavery, we did our own shit and we used banks. Yeah. You get what I'm saying? And what did the banks do? They ran off with our money.
Yeah.
You get what I'm saying? So I feel like naturally we have trust issues, bro. So we have to see shit happen first. Like, you can't just... Maybe in a white community, a white person could come to another white person and say, look, I have a business opportunity for you.
Yeah.
And then lay that business opportunity out in their face. Say, look, we want to do this, 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 and this. This is how much money we're going to need from you. I feel like they can do that, and I have no problems. With us, we can't do that. Those people that we going to, they need to see us do it first, and then that's when they want to hop on.
We're visual learners too. That's another thing that we have in our culture. Is
we visual because look,
learners.
we don't got no other choice. I don't want to look. I don't want to hear what you telling me. Show me, because we done been tricked so many times. It's the immaculate deception.
Okay, but then let's say we do like-minded, right? Let's just say we do like-minded. So the possibility here, and I'm only saying this because I get what you're saying. The possibility here is those that are like-minded will build something way bigger than those who are not a part of it,
right,
to see and want to be a part of it, right?
Right.
So that's where we're going with that movement.
And not necessarily want to be. Look, one thing that I understand, remember when I said, when you understand some shit, you can't get mad at it.
Right.
One thing that I do understand is everybody's not going to make it. You don't want everybody to make it, bro.
Right.
You don't want everybody to make it.
Right.
Those are people that's going to fuck your shit up. You know about them people that you say, okay, look, it's a cool ass party, just good vibes. We don't want no bullshit tonight.
Right.
And they come and they still do bullshit.
Yeah, the vibes that you have is going to set everything together, too. So if you have the vibes that nobody is on, it's going
I
to
could have sworn you got on live way earlier than me, and your shit is going way longer than mine.
I just went on the black barbershop live just now. I just
okay.
logged off mine.
So you like, okay, yeah.
Yeah, because mine's
okay.
cut off, too.
Okay.
Right, so,
I was trying to figure out something. I said, hold on, this nigga got some shit.
All right, so here we go right here with this
iPhone
question.
12.
iPhone 12. Have the way we've been trained to think and live by our opposers made it impossible? Hell yeah.
Right.
I personally
That's
feel
just
like
what we was talking about, honestly.
Yeah, I personally feel like by design, this is exactly what they had in mind. Whoever designed the black person's life knew that their life would end this way.
So look. This is so crazy. And this is honestly, when I was writing this shit, I wanted to really base this whole show around this shit. How America has like pulled off the immaculate deception over black people. Because remember what your teacher said. I didn't know that the board versus Brown.
Yeah.
The Board of Education versus Brown. That little girl and her family didn't even want to integrate with the schools.
Yeah.
This is a lot of shit that we don't know. But what happened as a result of black people taking white people to court and winning? How many black teachers got laid off?
He said almost 400 to 500 teachers was laid off.
You get what I'm saying? Process. The biggest in history. And I started thinking about it is because, look, we got this whole group of people, right, that think, okay, you got to go out and vote, right? Let's say this is the answer. Go out and vote. Go out and cast your vote. Go out and vote for who you want to be this, that, and the third, right?
Right.
Based off of what we know by this government and by the people that run this country, how the fuck do we even know that our votes is really being counted? How do we know that?
That's deep.
Do you know if your vote is being counted, or do you think your shit is because that's what they tell you?
Hey, man, shout out to all our listeners that was on the chat box. Shout out to Diddy. Shout out to Keith. Shout out to... I'm sorry, man. We just been so deep in this conversation, we haven't even checked our chat box.
Chat going up?
Yeah, chat was going up. I know people saying that, we were talking about black and white people selling out. And then another question I do have in mind.
Tell me.
Another question that I do have
Please
in mind.
tell me.
When you talked about the oppressors and the way our life is designed, right? Why do I still feel like I'm not good enough? I feel like that sometimes. I've accomplished so many things in my life, but I still feel like that. Is that by design, or is that just my personal beliefs? I don't know, because sometimes I feel like I made it by the skin of my tooth, or the skin of my teeth, as they would say.
Probably because you have.
Right.
I mean, if it's like you look at statistics, bro, it really ain't designed for a nigga like you to come up out of what you came up out of.
And that's what I'm saying, because I don't know how to feel. You get me? Like, I come from a culture that did not have the best educational background.
Factuals.
First generation everything.
Right.
And I'm evolving past another white counterpart by 60%. Mm-hmm. When I say that I'm advancing by 60% of the white counterpart, I actually have more of an education than an average white boy. Average white boy stops at a bachelor's.
Mm-hmm.
And average white boy has a middle class financial situation stability-wise. I'm actually at a 40% ratio of a differential to be a white boy. You get me? I'm only 40% away, meaning that I need a house. Maybe I need to have a little bit more money in my bank account. Just the small things that might equate me to 100% of a white individual, right?
Right.
And I look at this and I say that's kind of crazy because I still don't even feel 60% accomplished, and it's because it's the statistics, right? I'm from West Adams, highly populated, gang-infested area, and I'm at a different place in my life mentally, but at the same time, I'm still a nigga. You get me?
It's probably because you actually have more to accomplish.
That's deep too.
You know that with the shit that you've accomplished already, that, you know what I'm saying, this, or I'm not gonna say no. It's probably just what you think,
right?
Because like honestly, like me, bro, I look at you and you have a master's, so automatically I'll put you far above and beyond a lot of people.
Right.
You get what I'm saying?
I'm laughing because I'm reading these old comments, and Keith said, it don't matter if it's a nigga or basically it don't matter what race. We both gonna look at that ass. And I only said that on a man level, maybe not a black level. But I mean, I feel like there's some personal connections with black people.
Some niggas that ain't gonna look.
Yeah, but look, I'm just get off this topic. But I just wanted to say that because I do think that black people have a connection. That's just me though. I feel like we see, like just like when we watch different types of comedy shows.
Look, listen.
Yeah.
Listen to what I'm about to tell you. You hear the connection that you talking about, opposed to the connection that we just talk about they had. Yeah. Look, they switched their language up,
right,
to keep you from knowing some shit,
right.
But our connection with other black people,
right,
is a girl with a fat ass got to walk by,
right.
I'm gonna let that sit.
Right, that was a bad analogy. No, I'm just saying that was really a bad analogy.
That's what I'm talking about, bro. They on code and we not. Like we on code for dumb shit. Like, yeah, we see a fat ass, we want to look. Everybody on code when it come to that.
See,
but we don't have our own language.
See, but the reason why I brought that up is because me and you work in different fields. You get me? So the black people that I'm exposed to in certain meetings, certain dynamics, we have different ways of viewing stuff and saying we have a connection. We laugh at shit. We see shit that others don't see, right?
Righteous.
And I'm not saying it's a language. It's just a personal connection maybe that we have when we see certain shit as black people. But then again, my analogy was fucked up.
Right. I mean, because I wanted some shit that we relate to.
Yeah, but I wanted to bring that up because you a male, I'm a male, and we've been there before. Righteous. So where we see some shit and we be like, yeah, and that's what it is, right?
That's it.
So going into another topic, do black people have too many issues and distractions to ever come together and have one common goal? So let's talk about that. I personally feel that a lot of black people, nobody want to admit this, I think that black people distract themselves. What you think about that? Do you think black people distract themselves?
That's deep. I don't know if I can necessarily say that.
The reason why I say that is because I feel like black people know what they're supposed to do to get into whatever to whatever energy they need to get into. Yeah, my personal belief to that is like, the reason why I say that is because, let's use this for an example. If there is a black person out there who wants to be a lawyer, wants to be a doctor, anything in the field of biochemistry, chemistry, I feel like they know what classes to take because it's displayed online. But they get sidetracked off of the things that they hear from others. Like, I don't like math. I think math is hard. I took that teacher. I took that professor. I took that class. And it discourages you to keep going on. So that's my belief on that, because I personally feel like black people know what to do sometimes. But I know that there are certain distractions. Like right now, we have the NBA going back and forth about playing basketball right now. And they're talking about they don't want to play. Half of the league is saying they don't want to play because they don't want to distract people from what's going on with cop killings. But then you have the others saying if we go in and play, then we'll be basically, distracting. I mean, not distracting, but showing people that we have a platform and they're able to, talk about it. So my whole thing with that is I think black people choose their distractions, but I could be wrong.
I was talking to one of my lawyer partners. And the reason why I posed this question is because he said, we actually have too many issues to come together as one. Like the LGBT, they got one common goal, bro.
Right.
Because the only thing they only have one thing that they, you get what I'm saying?
Yep.
Us is multiple. Like we have so much shit that we're fighting for because it was either shit that we was promised or it was a way that shit was supposed to be and it never was given to us.
Top 2 things you would want black people to have. Go. Boom. Top 2 things. Top 2 things. Hurry up. 5. 4,
of
3,
course, our education got to be the same,
2,
and we got to be able to
1.
have the same resources.
Okay. Elaborate on resources.
I think when I say resources, I mean like when it comes to.
In my time to education, when you say resources,
That's what I was gonna say. Education might be the same shit. So when I'm talking about resources, it's like, okay, when shit like this happen, we need to have like we're not really playing on a level playing field, bro.
Okay.
And like I said last week, I said, you know what I'm saying? They have to oppress us because if the playing field was leveled, bro, it would be you would open up a whole door to some whole other shit, bro, because we would simply we would whoop ass at everything.
I agree.
You get what I'm saying? So when shit go down, I feel like we need the best lawyers out of it. We need all of that shit. We need to be able to live. Like they had some shit called redlining in LA.
Yeah, for housing.
Where we couldn't live certain places.
Right.
You get what I'm saying? And honestly, I think that shit still exists.
Nah,
I think redlining still exists, bro.
You want to know where it exists in LA that most people don't know? If you ever take La Brea up to the Point Center area, the Point Center, all the way up, if you're going towards Melrose, black people can't live over there. It's a Jewish area. They do not give anybody that is not black, that is not Jewish, an opportunity to live there.
Right. There it is there.
It's there. I'm just saying, you won't see if you even see a black family, it's somebody there living with somebody that's Jewish. I'm just saying, it does not exist over there. And if you,
not even LeBron James. Not even LeBron James can't live there.
Not even LeBron James, bro. And I'm saying if most of you are listening, ever take La Brea up, and let's just say you pass Wilshire, from Wilshire all the way up to, I would say Sunset, in that area to the left.
Yeah, I gotta watch that.
You won't see no black people living over there. That's deep, right?
Yeah, I ain't never been up there, so.
And Point Center is close to like Pink, like where the Pinks is, where everybody get their hot dogs and shit.
Yeah.
That whole area.
Yeah.
Over there. Black people don't. If you see black people over there, they Airbnb-ing.
Wow.
That's it. That's the most I've seen.
Wow.
I've seen Airbnb happening. I've never seen black people, and that's something that people don't look at. There's black people in Culver City. There's black people in West LA. There's black people in Beverly Hills. Yeah, that's happening.
Right.
But there are areas that black people can't move into because they won't sell to black people.
Right. That's deep.
Yep.
That's deep.
Yep. And if they are there, like I said, there's an arrangement. Mm-hmm. Somebody has a baby by somebody, maybe, but I know it's renting. They're not owning.
Niggas on some Airbnb shit,
right?
Basically,
facts.
I'll take that.
So we're going.
Homie's been going up on Airbnbs all summer.
For real.
Look, all summer and it ain't even summer yet.
COVID.
Fuck my whole brain up. I think it's summer. The way these niggas been partying.
So let's go into
Wait your turn.
So let's go into this topic because I do want to talk about it since we posed that question. What are some of your distractions as a black person that you think is a distraction for you?
I think social media is definitely a distraction. Sometimes it can be a distraction. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes I feel like I'm not using social media like I should. I feel like sometimes I be like, I'm not saying, I don't think I can necessarily be focused on what other people doing because I really don't give a fuck. But you know what I'm saying? It's like when you scrolling down your timeline, it's like only people that's on your timeline is the people that you follow.
Right. So
it's like, it's almost like sometimes you get more consumed in what everybody else is doing than what you need to be doing. So I would definitely say that's my biggest distraction. If I can learn how to use social media like I need to, I don't, you know.
I think my biggest distraction would be my biggest distraction would be what I need to know. I'm always trying to figure out what I need to know. That's crazy, right? You know how you spoke about resources?
I don't think that's a distraction, bro.
But I'm
like,
gonna elaborate. You know how you talked about resources? I feel like, obviously you got to be accountable. So
Right.
my whole thing is there's shit that I should be knowing at my age.
Right.
And I don't know it. So it bothers me. I'm
Right.
saying, and I think that distracts me from the shit that I should be happy that I do know. You get me? That's
Right.
why I say it like that. And I say that to say, like, I'm over here trying to figure out the process of getting a house, right?
Yeah.
There's a 21-year-old right now that's probably a different ethnicity that might know exactly how to get a house.
Let me tell you
with
something,
a 5%
Right.
way of putting money down.
Let me tell you something.
Yeah.
You know who taught me about that way of thinking?
Oh,
Nipsey Hussle.
right.
It's a marathon, bro. It ain't a race.
Right.
This motherfucker found out earlier than you.
Right.
So what?
I'm trying, but
You still here.
I'm working on it.
Look, what we have yet to realize is that we have everything we need. Everything that you need to know or you want to know is in the palm of your fucking hand every fucking day of your life, and that's your phone.
Right.
You get what I'm saying?
Everything we need to know is right in our
Everything we need to know. So, if you want to know it, it's easy. You can look it up, bro. I'm knowledgeable when it comes to real estate a little bit. If not, I know people that's more knowledgeable than me. You got to ask questions. That's what it comes down to.
Asking questions.
Yeah, ask questions, bro. Don't be afraid to ask.
But I mean, when it comes down to asking these questions, that's where I say my mind go crazy because I don't know what to ask.
The difference between them and us, they never had to ask these questions is because their parents know. Your parents don't know, so they never taught you. So now you gotta look for you gotta look for these answers from the streets. You gotta look from your friends.
Right.
You gotta
YouTube,
look from your family.
for real, all
where
that.
they getting it firsthand. They grew up in a household with people that own houses already. So they know. That's it. You just gotta go a different way about getting your information than them. That's the only thing that separates you from them. I don't give a fuck about age or nothing. I was doing that shit like, damn, I'm 25 in barber school. These niggas is 19, 20. Like, nah. It's gonna happen when it need to happen. You better be glad it didn't happen earlier. You get in the house. You get in the house at the right time. You engaged, bro. You getting ready to be married. You got a lot of shit going in your favor, bro. This is when it's supposed to happen, as opposed to earlier.
So I know we do have a few minutes left. So I do want to, if we can take a caller, let's see if anybody is out there listening back and forth. If you would like to call in, 323-900-0478, 323-900-0478, 323-900-0478. You can call in now and you can give us a
brief synopsis.
Yeah, a brief synopsis of how you feel about everything. But what I do want to say is we're gonna get more into more conversations as time go over. Make sure y'all tune in.
Righteous.
But what I do want to do is get into our last segment. Don't F my cut.
I want to do this or that real quick. It's just going to be
ahead.
real quick. This
Go
or
ahead.
that. I'm just
Go ahead.
asking you. Okay, this or that.
All right.
This or that.
All right.
Chicken or steak?
Steak.
Jagged Edge or 112?
112.
Rick Ross or 50 Cent?
50 Cent.
Blue Laces or Blue Laces 2?
Blue Laces 1.
Ooh. Lakers or Clippers?
Clippers.
Red or blue?
Blue. I look nice in red though, but I
McDonald's
like
or Burger King?
Damn, this is hard.
That's hard?
It's hard for me because I like Burger King.
I don't fuck with McDonald's at all.
I fuck with
I don't
McDonald's
fuck with Burger
too.
King at all.
I just told my girl this. People gonna laugh. McDonald's is like the most consistent food ever because it's like going in your kitchen and getting cereal. It never changes. It's gonna hit.
Never changes.
You know what you're gonna have when you buy McDonald's. You know exactly what you're gonna taste, and it's like going to the kitchen and getting some cereal.
Right.
Like, you know it's gonna hit and put you to sleep.
Right, because that little cheeseburger that used to be
Right.
39 cents, that motherfucker still hitting.
It still be smacking.
It's still like, I haven't had McDonald's in like years.
And then the breakfast stays the same. It's consistent.
Right.
But
You're right about that.
But I was gonna say Burger King is bomb when it gets down to you really being hungry and you get a hot ass, like you get a hot dish. Like when they make the burger freshly, and the fries is out the.
You talking like they got mashed potatoes on
That shit bomb. Hey, that shit bomb though. That's
oh my god.
That's my fat boy talking in
Hey,
though.
Louisiana or Popeyes?
Damn, same debate, but I'm gonna go with Popeyes.
Oh my mama.
Same debate, but I'm gonna
Niggas
go
be
with
acting
Popeyes.
like Louisiana's so fire, bro.
But it
I
could
don't.
hit.
I
It
don't
could, but
get
it
that
could,
out of that
but
chicken.
But it
When
could
I
hit.
eat that chicken, I don't get that.
You ever had it fresh out the grease?
I've had it fresh out the grease. You know what's bomb fresh out the grease?
on Manchester.
Rouse chicken.
Oh yeah, we eat
Fresh
that.
out the grease, yeah, for sure. Since we in LA,
Okay,
Rams or Chargers?
I'm not a football person, but I'm gonna choose the Rams.
Okay. Would death hurt more? Kobe or Nipsey?
For me, Nip.
Nipsey hurt you more?
Yeah, and that's no disrespect to anybody that's a Kobe fan.
Nipsey hurt me. Nipsey hurt the
Okay, you know what?
Nipsey
I'm gonna
hurt me,
rearrange
bro.
that. I'm gonna rearrange that. Kobe heard it because I found out his daughter passed with him,
Right.
and Nip was more like it
It
wasn't.
was kind of almost
Nip
it was
wasn't
kind of
expected.
almost more tragic. Like
Yeah.
like Nip, it's almost kind of like you expected him to go like that.
Right, and it's weird to say that. Right,
I didn't expect him to go like that,
But
but
it was-
I expected him to go like that.
Right.
Kobe,
Yeah, Kobe, that was fucked up.
and only like Nipsey hurt me, bro. It hurt me to the 10th core. Like it hurt me bad. But Kobe, bro, it was the worst shit ever.
You making my whole mood go down,
And that was
bro.
within one fucking year, bro. Both of them, the two niggas that I looked up to the most in my whole life.
19 and 20. Back
In
to
1
back.
year.
Right.
Don't fuck my cut up. Let's go real quick. Ain't nobody calling in.
Let's go.
I flash back to that shootout at the beach.
Oh, that's Nip. That's Nip.
Now I had to give it to you, bro.
That's Nip.
Okay, the number 2. My mama used to hope that she would see me in Yale. It's fucked up. She gotta see me in jail.
I know this. Say that one more time for me.
My mama used to hope that she would see me in Yale. It's fucked up. She gotta see me in jail.
Tupac.
That's interesting. That's interesting that you said that.
I don't know why I thought Tupac, because I'm thinking about something from a jail cell.
This rapper actually been in jail before.
Damn.
Recently.
Okay. This is probably T.I.
Nah.
Wayne.
Nah.
All right, I give up.
Meek Mill. You say Meek.
I don't listen to Meek, so yeah.
You don't listen to Meek?
I hear him every
You
now
gotta
and
listen
then.
to that championship,
I'm
bro.
gonna say it like this.
It's a classic album.
No, I'm gonna say it like this. I'm not a big fan. Like I've listened to his stuff, but I haven't heard it.
I used to call him Weak Mill until he came out with this.
Okay.
And it's only right that I do it like this today.
All right.
We ain't meant to survive because it's a setup.
Gotta keep your head up.
Yeah.
Hey.
Pac, happy birthday,
You
Pac.
already know.
You know what I'm saying? Real revolutionary
real.
mind. You got 2 out of 3, bro.
I'm
That's
doing
the best
well.
That's the best you
I'm
probably
doing
ever
well.
did. That's the best you probably
Hey,
ever
shout out
did.
to my nigga Ace too. It's his birthday next Tuesday, man.
Next Tuesday, go up.
For sure, man. For sure. My boy, you gonna be here? You're not
Real
sure yet,
Kansas.
huh? You gonna be here? If anything, I'm gonna hold it down, but we gonna be putting on for you for that day for sure.
Nah, I might put on,
You
bro.
gonna put on?
I might put on. I don't got no plans for Tuesday, so
For
I might
sure.
be here.
For sure. We gonna
Yeah.
do something big on Tuesday because you here too, man.
Yes, Sirski.
All right, so my last question to you before we go with the takeaways is, when it come down to this black shit, right?
Righteous.
And it's dying out. Because I personally feel like it's not as big as it was 3-4 weeks ago, right? Obviously,
2 weeks ago.
yeah, we ain't got no curfew, nothing, right? How you feel about that? You feel like you think that this was just another social media stunt, or?
Nah, I feel like this shit had to die out. You know what I'm saying? But I feel like we need to keep our foot on their necks. We need to all these white people that keep calling the fucking police on us. You stay on their necks. All these people who keep disrespecting you in public, beat their ass. You know what I'm saying? Like this, that's real. It's not the time. It's not the time for us to be going for no type of bullshit. You know what I'm saying? And this type of talk ain't for the kids. The kids need to be at home, sleep right now or whatever, playing some fucking PlayStation. This is for the real grown-ups. Like, honestly, like we need to be. It's in my head, bro. Like I said, it's an eye for an eye right now. And if I knew that black people was gonna back me and support me like I need to be backed and support, then I'd probably be on some Pac shit. But I'm not, cause I don't feel that love from everybody. So
No, I feel it. I personally feel like this shit has been a wave. I feel like people has been feeling some wave for a long time, and they rode the wave as it came.
Right.
So I don't think it was a social media stunt, but I do think that we have less people that are activists. They're just here for protesting. They're not here to actually make a movement happen because they have too much to lose. And it's true. I have too much to lose. You have too much to lose.
Facts.
And it's not just that we don't have. It's not just that we have too much to lose. Like, we're affecting our family if we do go to these jails, and social media won't cover what we have going because we're not a big name. It's like it's hard to be a activist and not get the recognition because if I'm going to go to jail and not be televised, and I'm being real, people might say I sound like an asshole, but if I'm not being televised, what was the purpose of doing it? That's how I feel. Because as black people, we don't even support each other when it comes down to just buying an item. So you're going to support me for going to jail for something that you're not going to go to jail for? You probably don't even give a fuck about me, but my family's going to miss me. So I think that's kind of where we are when it comes down to the social movement. But it's fucked up because all that protesting did do something, and now we're falling back into line. That's how I say it. And we're making a day go by, and more people are dying, as you spoke. More people are dying every time this situation dies down.
Everybody's continuing on with their life, and we getting hung by trees.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And that's the disheartening part about it. It's like, do we really got to see something on video for you to know that it's true? Or, you know what I'm saying? I don't really know what's going on, but I mean, we got to wake up and realize we black. Like, you know what I'm saying? Regardless of whether some shit happened on video or not, like, you got to be this shit every day of the week. So everything about you should speak that. You get what I'm saying?
Right.
And I personally feel like everything about me speak that. I didn't get out there and protest. And I told you why.
Right.
Because I want to know what niggas is really ready to do about this shit. And marching ain't my forte.
Right. I agree. Man, but takeaways. We're going to go into takeaways. What do you want people to take away from this conversation?
I want people to take away from this, the last 2 weeks, the last couple of weeks, we us as black people been going through a lot in this country, and what I want people to do is look at the deception. Take a look and do your research on the deception that this country has done to black people, bro.
Right.
And I don't want us to be so accepting to everything that they tell us, like, because when you think about it, our history is told through their eyes. It's not told through ours. When you in school and you going through history class, you studying history from their lens. You get what I'm saying? We not studying history from ours. So it's been a big deception done, and I just want everybody to do their own research on shit. Like, honestly, like, bro, have you seen Hidden Colors? Any of them?
No.
I guarantee you, bro, if you start watching the Hidden Colors, they on 5 right now. I haven't seen the 5th one. 1, 2, 3, 4. In the Haitian Revolution of 1804, I guarantee you're gonna come back next week and you're gonna have a different point of view. And this is because you're gonna start hearing our history from our people.
Right.
You're not gonna hear it from some white person, some white scholar. You're gonna hear it from people that look like you. And you're gonna come back with a different point of view. So I challenge everybody to do their research. I challenge everybody to go home and however you can get them, watch Hidden Colors 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5, and watch the Haitian Revolution of 1804, and then come back and talk to me.
I gotta check that out. My biggest takeaway tonight would be aware of the things that you are learning and try to incorporate it into your life. I would say that because a lot of us aren't aware that we're learning something every single day, and we don't adjust our life or make our life contribute to the things that make us succeed and be successful. Don't overlook everything that you are learning. I would tell you to try to take it in and try to, just use it in your lifestyle. I say that because we looking at social media, we seeing things, we think that it's distraction, but some things that we're looking at, we're actually learning from, and we could incorporate that into our life. That would be my takeaway, and also fuck the police. I'm gonna end
Fuck
with
the
that.
police. That's
Fuck the
how I
police,
treat 'em.
for real.
For real. Oh God.
But thank y'all for tuning in. This is the Black Barbershop, as y'all know. Shout out to Ace Boogie. Shout out to me.
Yes, sir.
A1 Fades. Make sure y'all follow at A1 Fades.
Yes, sir.
And make sure y'all follow at _I am West. Y'all have a good day and have a good Taco Tuesday.